but our guys found a way, and that's what it's all about. You walk in the locker room, right there by the equipment room, we got a big sign that says "Find a Way," and they found a way to win the football game today, and they deserve the credit. Give the players the credit because they're the ones that deserve it.
We love him to death, though, and he practices as hard and demands the best of us, and it's good to go out and get a win for the city and for each other and for Coach K.
Likely the biggest win for U of L in the year and a half under Steve Craigthorpe. They take down 14th-ranked South Florida to get back in the Big East race. Sports Director Tom Lane was on hand and gives us a recap of the Cards' victory.
After a scoreless first quarter, U of L's Hunter Cantwell played long ball to Scott Long, his first TD of the year after missing the first 4 games. 7-3 U of L. Cantwell took a beating but scored on a 1-yard sneak as the Cards went to the locker room with a 14-6 lead. The Cardinal defense gave up 344 yards passing, but hounded quarterback Matt Grothe throughout, cutting off his running lanes and sacking him 5 times.
The key in our pass rush today is our defensive tackles really did a great job inside. He's only about 5'10", and so we were able to get some push inside and make him pull the ball down a couple times and got some sacks with our inside guys with the inside pressure.
Still, the Bulls seized the lead and the momentum with Grothe's TD pass to Ben Busby with 9 minutes to go. U of L responded. Cantwell with a big 3rd down completion to Long. Then up the seam to Long for 24 yards to recapture the lead.
He's a big, physical wide receiver that is very, very fast, and that combination is, you don't find that everywhere. And he's got great hands, and he's a team guy. He's not a look-at-me kind of guy. So to have him back, and he provided a spark today.
A Johnny Patrick interception helped seal it. Louisville back in the mix, 24-20 over USF.
I think this just says that we're a legit contender. It's still up in the air. There's a lot of good teams in this conference, and the champion will come from a school that goes out and lays it on the line every week like we did this week.
It's going to go down to November or December. I mean, there's a lot of ball left to play, and it's a good start, but we got to finish.
The win raises the record to 5-2 overall for U of L, 1-1 in the conference, and they will now try to carry this momentum on the road. The next 2 weeks, they're at Syracuse and then at Pittsburgh. At Papa John's Cardinal Stadium, Tom Lane, Fox 41 Sports.
Let's take a look at highlights from today's big Cardinals win, and there is a lot to look at. We start early in the game as we take a look at Matt Grothe and bottled up Scott there making the play, and I thought that defensive front was just outstanding.
Yeah, good, just really good penetration in the middle. Scott again on another tackle there, and then you come back and you see the offense, and this was the big 69-yard play that really ignited the Louisville team. And Scott Long getting into the end zone there, his first of 2 touchdowns on the ball game.
And the little trickery, or as Doug said, trickeration.
Yeah, I stole that from the guys over on ESPN.
We're all part of the same big family.
Right, that's right.
They basically own the entire world of sports television. And here, Grothe, he's trying to play a little Houdini here, but ultimately Earl Heyman, you don't really see in the picture, wraps him up around the ankles.
And again, Grothe, just never really was able to find a lot of room up the middle. The linebackers played well. The front 4 played well. And defensively, I mean, I think if you say you held South Florida to 20 points, that's a big deal. And then you see a good offensive play there. Thought Bolin did a great job today, not only catching the ball out of the backfield, but running. And then
that was the move of the day, though.
Yes.
That little shake. I like that move there from Victor Anderson.
Vic gave him a leg and took it away and got close to the end zone. And then here's Bolin with a big hole and some tough yards up the middle. And you know me, I like to talk about the offensive line, but how can you not when you see those kinds of creases in the middle?
Oh, the love of the offensive line. They really did earn it today, though. And Grothe sacked by Adrian Grady. Adrian Grady, he had a big game today.
Big game at defensive tackle. Defensive tackles don't usually make a lot of tackles despite their name. They're a good pass again. That was when Louisville really needed to come back and make something happen after the South Florida score, and Long makes the catch, and then Cantwell down the stretch here again to Long.
That was another big third down play, yep.
Yeah,
Long was a part of most of the really significant offensive plays, and how about this throw? On the money, touchdown number 2 for Scott Long.
Yeah, Scott Long found the seam there inside the cornerback. The safety was supposed to get over the top. He just never did. And then more pressure on Grothe. A bad throw, and you know, turned out to be an incomplete pass, and then you're going to see here where this is really an ill-advised pass. He just kind of throws it up for grabs. I believe that was the one they called intentional grounding on. And then I believe this is the one you're going to see where he throws the pick after he's in the grass.
This is a disaster for South Florida. But Johnny Patrick, I mean, it's no longer a coincidence. This guy just seems to be involved in one big play after another. And Johnny Patrick and Whitney Terrain have given Ron English, the defensive coordinator, the ability to trust those two guys out on an island at the quarterback position, and that really frees yourself up as a defense coordinator to look at some other things.